Hello everyone, my name is Rajat Talreja and I'm a student of MCA and I'm studying in IIPS TAPB. This video is a part of our video assignment of the subject cloud computing and my topic is virtual desktop infrastructure. Virtual desktop infrastructure is a technology that refers to the use of virtual machines to provide and manage virtual desktops. VDI hosts desktop environments on a centralized server and deploys them to end users on request. VDI segments the server into various virtual desktops which the users can access remotely through their devices. These virtual desktops are hosted on virtual machines that are controlled through the management software. VDI can be classified as persistent and non-persistent. Persistent VDI is customized for a personal user and the user can log in to the same desktop each time. Non-persistent VDI consists of desktops that revert to their initial state after the user logs out. VDI performance assurance. Performance management for VDI is extremely unique as you need a solution that combines multiple different performance management methodologies. So basically VDI is a subset of virtualization, brokers and support system and desktop. Here it is the working of VDI, how the virtual desktop infrastructure works. So basically when a user logs in to their desktop from the client server, the request is accepted by the connection broker after authentication. The connection broker then analyzes the request and sends the user to their desktop in the desktop pool. The hypervisor installed on the servers create multiple virtual machines on which the virtual desktop is hosted. The high availability feature in hypervisors can combine the resources of various servers and the virtual desktops can be migrated to another server if needed. The admin can turn the virtual desktop off when the user is not using it. This way you can accommodate more users than the actual capacity of the server. More, for instance, on a server with 500 GB RAM, you can create 600 virtual desktops with 1 GB RAM, assuming that not all 600 users will use the desktop at the same time. The desktop image is mirrored from a master desktops to all the other desktops. It is called cloning. The cloning can be full or linked. In linked cloning, the virtual desktop of the master desktop is linked to all other desktops. It saves disk space of the server. The data of all the server is saved separately. However, the cloned desktops have to be linked to the master desktops at all the times. In full cloning, the cloned desktops are not linked to the master and function as independent desktops. Hence, all the desktops use separate disk space. The VDI management software like VMware View Manager can be used to create desktop pools. The admin user can manage the desktop pools, provision new desktops, create new pools, and set up new policies. So now we will see about VDI's basic components. The first component of VDI is virtualization. Virtualization is the technology that divides the system architecture into different layers. Before virtualization, the hardware was bound to the operating system at the time of installation. Thus, in the case of hardware failure, the OS also crashed and you would lose all the data. Through virtualization, the OS and the underlying hardware are separated by software called hypervisor. You can install multiple operating systems on a hypervisor installed server. The next component is hypervisor. Hypervisor is software that separates the operating system from the underlying hardware. The hypervisor creates a virtualized environment in which the hardware can be divided into multiple virtual machines. Each virtual machine can have its unique configuration, OS, and applications. In VDI, the hypervisor creates desktop instances in the virtual machines. Each desktop instance can act as a separate desktop and can be provisioned to the users. The high availability function in the hypervisor also lets it connect to multiple servers. Hence, even if a physical server fails, your desktop instance is moved to another server almost instantly. The next component is Connection Broker. Connection Broker is a software program that connects the user to the desktop instances. It is also responsible for the authentication of the users and sending them to their desktop instances. The connection broker also keeps track of active and inactive desktops. When a user sends a request to connect to a desktop, it provides the user with an idle desktop instance. When a user disconnects a desktop, it updates the status to inactive. The next component is desktop pools. Desktop pools are a group of similar desktops that can be configured according to a specific function. For instance, departments like accounting and IT in an office might use desktops with different applications and configuration. The accounting department may need applications like Sage or QuickBooks, which may not be required for the IT department. You can create a pool for these departments with a similar configuration. The next component is application virtualization. Application virtualization is the technology used to create a virtualized application image and replicate it to all the virtual desktops in a desktop pool. It makes applications deployment easy and hassle-free. VMware ThinApp is an example of that. It creates an executable file of the application by capturing pre and post images of the system before and after installation of the software. You can use this file in any system without going through the installation process repeatedly. Benefits of VDI. The first and the basic benefit of the VDI is remote access, where VDI users can connect to their virtual desktop from any location or any device, making it easy for employees to access all the files and applications and work remotely from anywhere in the world. The second benefit is cost saving. Since processing is done on the server, the hardware requirements for end devices are much lower. Users can access their virtual desktops from older devices, thin clients, or even tablets, reducing the need for IT to purchase new and expensive hardware. Security. In a VDI environment, data lives on the server rather than the end client device. This serves to protect data if an endpoint device is ever stolen or compromised. Centralized management. VDI's centralized format allows IT to easily patch, update, or configure all the virtual desktops in a system. The real examples of VDI are Oracle VirtualBox, Citrix Workspace, VMware Workstation Pro, Amazon Workspaces, Fusion Workspaces. So here are some differences, some of technologies which were compared to VDI. So basically, the first one is VDI and the desktop virtualization. Desktop virtualization is a generic term for any technology that separates a desktop environment from the hardware used to access it. VDI is a type of desktop virtualization, but desktop virtualization can also be implemented in different ways, such as remote desktop services, where users connect to a shared desktop that runs on a remote server. The next one is VDI and the virtual machines. Virtual machines are the technology that powers VDI. Virtual machines are software machines created by partitioning a physical server into multiple virtual servers through the use of a hypervisor. This process is also called as server virtualization. Virtual machines can be used for a number of applications, which one of which is running a virtual desktop in a VDI environment. So guys, this brings us at the end of the video, and if you like the video, then please hit the like